And we're back with another episode of the City Podcast. That was a song, that song sounds like for Mark and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, why everybody be killing puppies? You guys don't know, on the mic, this is Tony and...
Your boy, Eric.
Hate that boy.
And of course...
Roman.
And it's the beginning of Spooktober.
Spooktober.
Which, I think Halloween got canceled out by Christmas at Walmart today.
I guess.
I went to Walmart today to buy dog food.
Uh-huh.
And Christmas everywhere. I was like, I saw like a little section of just the candy and Halloween masks. And then you walk to the back where the dog food is, Christmas trees and
hell yeah,
decorations and
dude,
lights. I was like, are they trying to cancel out another? Because I blame Walmart for canceling out Thanksgiving. Their Black Friday bullshit is the reason people don't celebrate Thanksgiving, because it used to be, Friday morning, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then
that's a
like,
callback.
Now it's like, oh man, let's do it a little bit earlier. Now they open it Thursday during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, take away a holiday.
Well, but
so now they're after Halloween. They're like,
but here's the thing. Like, when it comes to Thanksgiving, that only creeped up because people were like, fuck Thanksgiving. Like, people in general, not just like, you or like, they were just like, fuck my family. I want to get a new fucking TV. You know what I mean? So you can't really blame the stores for doing it.
Because the stores be like, you know what? On this day, that TV you want that you can't get all year, I'm going to give it to you for a third of the price if you come shopping.
But it makes money, though.
And then it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And there's like, you know what? Let's make it on the actual holiday to see how many people come.
Well, the thing is, like, Black Friday has been a thing from the fucking 60s.
Yeah, but
like,
it's not even Black Friday anymore. It's on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm saying.
But
it's a darker Thursday.
But, it's a cloudy Thursday. The thing is, like, you cannot blame the stores, because the stores are just trying to make money.
Of course.
Right? That's the whole point of the store.
Decided
exactly.
To accept their deals.
That's the beauty about America. We we level out the economy where we want it. And apparently we didn't want to spend time with people on Thanksgiving and want to, spend some money.
It's too much hassle, bro.
Oy vey.
The whole
hassle, bro.
It's because Thanksgiving's kind of, people don't know the history no more.
Well, I mean, it's
I don't know if schools still actually teach
I think
and stuff like that.
I think a lot of people, it's not even like that. I think it's that people are now finding out that, like, Thanksgiving was kind of bullshit because of, like, just the English coming in and just fucking raping and pillaging the Native Americans.
I saw one of those.
They guilted a lot of people.
Yeah.
Be like, Thanksgiving, you're celebrating genocide.
Mm-hmm. That's why Canada has it a month early.
I was like, has Thanksgiving always been this dark? And of course, you go do the history. You're like, damn, it's pretty.
Oh, and fuck Australia. Australia does the same thing with the Aborigines, so it doesn't matter.
And the food, not even close to what they have for the first meal.
No, God, no.
I think they eat fish.
Yeah, fish was a big thing.
And like natural corn that doesn't. It's not bad for you.
Yeah, that is not genetically modified in any way.
But that's Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh man, Halloween's big, right? So it's probably one of my favorite holidays. Well, it used to be, skimpy girls and almost no clothing, candy. But
wait, is that the girl or is that the food?
That's my girl Candy, and this is also candy. You have a bucket of it.
It's in the bucket that says my girl.
And it used to come with TV shows. And stories and atmosphere.
Yeah.
And one of the best things was going to the store and looking at all the monster stuff and all the scary stuff. And this year, I think I see less and less of it.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know if it's me, though.
Well, the thing is, like, another thing that's happened now that wasn't really around when we were kids is more that, like, there wasn't these pop-up stores. Like the Spirit.
Specialty stores?
Yeah, like Spirit, Halloween, all that kind of stuff. Like, that wasn't around. Like, that was a rare thing, rare if any, because I don't remember it at all. I just remember going to, like, a Target or like anything like that.
Kmart Kmart was the shit
Kmart,
for us.
yeah. Well, we had fucking Kmart still out. What?
Yeah, well, so
I was like 7, and then they fucking got out of here.
We had Kmart so close to the house.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
where I got lost.
Wieners and Solo Serve used to be when my mom was like, "What do you guys want to do?"
Exactly.
But then my mom's like, "Fuck that, it's too expensive." And then she made us costumes.
Exactly, and that's how we end up being vampires for like 8 years.
All you gotta do is slick the hair back.
Slick the hair back, put a little white makeup, put some fangs, and you're like...
Get those 25-cent fangs that you get at
no mas.
I remember one year, my mom couldn't find the cape for the vampire. And so she got scissors and tore up my old clothes. And then she put like a zombie makeup, which is not actual Halloween makeup. It's whatever makeup she actually has, and mixed it to make like that gray and black.
Yeah.
And then
this looks like shit. Here you go.
And then she gave me vampire teeth that she has. Like,
you're a vampire
so
zombie.
I went to school and was like, "What are you?" I was like,
confused.
I think I'm a zombie, a vampire. And then for some reason, my mom gave me a hatchet. I was like, killer?
And he's like...
I'm an ultra undead.
He's like, I also think I like boys. What?
What was that last part? Nothing. This candy's sweet, man.
Brendan's sweet.
I forgot about the pop-up stores.
Yeah.
Specific stores. I was thinking more online. Usually when it comes to Halloween, like people, like I said, buy skimpy outfits. They don't really want to go to the store and buy skimpy outfits.
But
they don't want people to know that they're.
That's what you say. But working at Party City for fucking 3 years, not in a row, but working at Party City, fucking lets you know. Oh, those skunkas come out.
So like
people be like online, like slutty cat, slutty top, slutty.
There is that, but you also have to just think like. A lot of people think about Christmas more than like Halloween at this point because I guess Halloween is now more like an adult thing and it's really sectioned off like for adults now. It used to be for kids.
Yeah.
But now like it's for adults and people don't really target for adults.
And
they
Christmas
target
parties that last like the whole month of December.
That's I mean I don't mind that.
I mean, if anything, Halloween is a one-day thing. You don't really have to buy anything other than candy and maybe a costume. You could choose to buy a costume and decorations. But most of the time, the decorations were simple shit. You just grab a big old bag, fill it with leaves, and you make your own scarecrow thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we used to stuff clothes with like old clothes. That shit we're supposed to donate but didn't. Yeah. And then we just hang it outside. Yeah. It's like there's someone dead, some ghosts.
And then, if anything, Halloween's more like of an experience type thing. You don't hang out with, well, you can hang out with family, but if not, you go to fucking haunted houses, like, 13th floor, Hollow Scream, whatever they have at SeaWorld, orcas killing people or something like that.
And it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, Christmas for like has a feeling, like, you know what I mean, like some people like have it, it starts earlier for other people than others, you know what I mean. For me, it starts
the moment that Starbucks releases their pumpkin spice latte.
But like, for some people, but like the thing is, like, Christmas has like a feeling, like all of December you're kind of just leading up to it, while like October it's just like. You're not leading up to Halloween.
Well, it depends who you ask, because there's a lot of people that lead up. They prepare a couple costumes. They know what party they're gonna hit when.
I guess I don't know those people.
Right?
You don't know.
Exactly. I don't know them, but I mean, y'all do.
Yeah, I know people that be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna hit up a couple parties. They don't want to use the same costume, so they won't go all out."
If anything,
I got 31 new costumes.
If anything, they go to like I said, it's more like a decorating thing. Like, you want to go and maybe buy a pumpkin either at H-E-B or the pumpkin patch. Yeah. And you want to, carve it out and fucking all that other stuff. And you get your spice latte because it's the fall. And you're just like, I feel that breeze.
See, that's the thing, though. I've seen less, like, over the years, I've seen less and less people decorate their houses for Halloween. Because it's become more of, like, let's just party that day.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
It's basically that. Like, a lot of people tend to throw more like house parties
and then
more than anything.
It was unsafe to go around the neighborhood split candy, so now you had to drive to the north side to go get candy. So it became unsafe for kids to get candy everywhere.
I think the main...
Because I think they even made it where, okay, don't go to houses, but come to the mall and pick up candy there. All the stores are going to give you a pile of candy. That way you keep your kids safe.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't trust people not putting shit in candy for kids.
I mean, I remember back in the day where we were just like, bye, Mom, just fucking, like, leaves down the road.
We should go hit up the neighborhood stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like, go, like, a few blocks here or there. And
Granted,
then just
to be fair, the thought of, getting razor blades or needles in your candy was always there. But you knew you only ate the ones that were still wrapped, and you fucking threw away apples, and you would beat the shit out of the people that gave you apples.
Yeah, it's true.
Or you egged the house or something like that.
Throw the fucking apple through the window. Let's just send a message.
Now that I think about it, I think Halloween became more grown up, more adult.
That's what I was saying.
Club scenes or private parties. Or, like, hey man, nobody goes trick or treating. That's all. Go to parties after they take their kids to the mall. Yeah.
Because you want to celebrate Halloween, but you can't trick or treat for some reason. People look down on you when you're a 40-year-old guy going trick or treat, and they're like, dog, you should be handing out. Give me the fucking candy, bro.
And you know what? Kids don't want to trick or treat no more.
That is a thing, yeah.
I asked one of my nieces, the youngest one, is like, you want to go trick or treat this year? He's like, candy's bad for you, right? Because my nieces are in this health kick now because their mom's making them exercise, and because one of my nieces has like a fatty liver or something. Okay. So now they're united. Is like, okay, we're not gonna eat this. We're not gonna eat that. Yeah. I'm gonna try to be active, and now they have that constant thing. It was like, candy is bad, so I go trick or treating.
I mean,
that's kind of sad.
You could go walking, and then give me the candy. I'm already fat.
That's kind of sad because
you can't help me.
They don't go trick or treating. We can't go trick or treating.
It's true, but I mean, like. The like I was saying before, like Halloween is not marketed for kids. No, it's not. So like it's marketed for adults, and like a lot of
be a kid holiday, right?
But it used to be, yeah. When we were kids,
used to be cartoons and shows.
But here's the thing: is like
still there. Costume contests and.
But another thing is
they're still there. It's just who wears the less.
It's like our generation is having less kids just in general. So
really, doesn't seem like it unless they're poor. Yeah, they don't count them.
But like there's whatever.
Like this year for Halloween, I want to go to the car show instead of Halloween.
You see, and that's like the whole thing is like
Halloween.
You eventually just grow up, and it's just like whatever. If you don't have a kid in your life to like, and they're not excited about it, you're not gonna be excited.
You know what it is too? Now that I think about it, people don't get a day off for Halloween, so they can't celebrate it if it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday because. They have to go to school the next day, or they have to go to work next day. Yeah. So
they have to go to.
They don't celebrate it because hey man, we got shit to do the next day.
But I don't remember ever being.
Christmas, you get the day either before the day after off.
No, it's fucking
Christmas. You get the whole week.
Yeah, for kids, it's like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But
even as a grown up, like if you're a Christmas person, you're gonna get Christmas off.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Or you're either gonna bust your ass off to get the 24th off early, or you're gonna make sure you have your day off. The 26th, so you can just enjoy the Christmas. Yeah. And the next day you enjoy even Christmas even more.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I work.
But no one does that for Halloween. No one takes time off unless you're like one of those real goth people that like, Halloween's life.
You start wearing black hats at work.
You're a Wiccan or whatever the fuck. You're like, oh my God, there's a spiritual holiday.
I think you're right.
I need it. All Hallows Eve is the day where me and my brethren go out to the woods and communicate with Mother Nature.
Shut up. Give me candy. Are you going to give me candy or not?
Let me tell you about the real.
Fuck you. You're getting your house egg.
We're gonna tell you about the real Halloween.
Come on, guys. That egg is so hard to get out of a fucking society.
Give us the fucking candy.
All right, man. But I'm just saying, you can learn
candy now, or I start chucking fucking eggs, bro.
You are a rude man.
Fucking one lands in his fucking face.
They hit you with like all Hallows Eve.
This egg has garlic.
Yeah, I'm an asshole.
They're gonna start hitting you with all Hallows Eve. You can get candy. I was like, I want candy.
My makeup's running. Damn it.
But yeah, you're right. I think I'm about it now. Yeah, it's catered for grown-ups.
I think it's just marketed for grown-ups, and there's there's some marketing for grown-ups, but not for that.
As long as hot bitches and slutty costumes.
Yeah, I never hated Halloween. I just tend to like Christmas more just because I like everything that happens.
It just surprised me because I went to the store. I mean, it's 1st of fucking October. Mm-hmm. And there's Christmas everything already. It looked like fucking Santa Claus threw up at Walmart.
The same thing at Lowe's. I went to Lowe's just to like get some like insect killer, and they had like this. They had a pretty sizable like display for Halloween. You know, it had like a whole display. I don't know, multiple things to display. You know what I mean? That they were selling, but right behind it, like directly behind it, was all the Christmas shit. And it was like a whole bunch of like the artificial trees were already out and lit, and I was like, "Fuck!" So do you have a small one so I can buy right now?
So they had this little display in the front, and then behind it you see fucking Christmas.
Yeah, it's like fucking searchlights like blinking on and off like
Christmas a couple of days away.
Yeah,
it's gloomy out there, but come on to this winter wonderland.
There's an animatronic Santa going ho ho ho.
You know what?
Ho,
I'm gonna make a campaign to make Halloween great again.
Everybody uses that slogan now. It's just
and I'm gonna
it was
have,
never
like,
good to be.
I'm gonna find a hot chick, be a sexy Donald Trump, and go, let's make Halloween great again.
Ew. I don't think you can make Donald Trump hot.
I think it's gonna be. She's gonna end up looking like a chick from Jersey Shore, just orange.
She's just gonna look like a Russian.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a Russian chick. I've been working on a theory that thugs are now even becoming hipsters, because they're taking cars from like '91, like old ass Mercurys, Lincolns, Buicks, like those big fucking cars, like old school Cadillacs and shit, and they're fucking just putting like some 24s on them if they can, some bigger tires, and they're just like fucking making it bumping. I'm like, I don't know if you could do that. It's either that or they're extremely poor and they can't afford a car outside of 1991. But that's a theory I'm working on. It's not fleshed out yet.
But that's always been the car culture.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s, the thugs bought the 80s box cars, the Monte Carlos and the Buicks and stuff, and they just put rims, tint, and speakers.
Again, I think it's because
my brother
give it a nice, good candy paint.
So the thugs of the
we need more pearl and we need more flakes. We gotta make it shine, bro.
Let me tell you this from experience.
Yeah.
Those big cars from the 90s.
Yeah.
They're a lot cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're poor.
But here's the thing, though. Every car we had, we usually try to put really nice tires and the speakers. It doesn't matter if the paint is chippy.
All right, so you've been hipsters for a long time.
It doesn't matter the car.
We did it before it was cool, bro.
Fucking goddamn hipsters.
It doesn't matter the car doesn't turn on right. See, first thing you do when you get a car.
I gotta type this up on my typewriter data.
As my older brother, as Eric, the first thing you do when you get a car, you make sure it has tint, radio with speakers, and then you worry about the tires.
Pretty much.
The car could be a piece of shit, but we always put a sound system.
I guess so.
You see it shaking, but it's like because the fucking bass too hard, bro.
Oh yeah, and we had mufflers.
And then you turn it down, it's still fucking.
Shit.
My starter's going out.
Was that my valve cover? Shit. Need that, I think.
I think the fucking catalytic converter fell off.
Oh, dude, I laughed so hard.
It has.
It
is.
Yeah.
We put the exhaust.
I just find it funny that people still call it, hey, man, you got the catalytic converter?
Yeah, it's catalytic.
I was like, yeah, I got the catalytic converter. Yeah, man, the catalytic converter. I was like, yeah, here, you see? Catalytic converter. It's, oh, man.
Don't give me the fucking cheap stuff, dude.
Come on, man, where's the catalytic converter?
I need to convert my Buick into a Cadillac.
I got this fucking pussy-ass Honda Civic, man. I want a Cadillac.
That you're gonna have to sell that piece of shit and get one.
Hey, man, it's not a piece of shit. I beat 3 cars on the way, except for the cops.
He's talking to you while he's arrested.
I'm like, officer, please get him out of here. He's like, yeah, I know, he's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, thanks for those Cadillac converters, so fucking shit. I can't tell off a cop.
You can. He must be your fucking cousin. He ain't shut up, fool.
Those things go for good money, though. If you're ever in a pinch for money, take off the catalytic converter from your car and sell it. And put a straight pipe, and you make a little bit of money.
Yeah, but you're fucking like exhausted shit.
It's okay. The Earth is gonna die either way.
Oh, yeah.
You're fucking killing like 8 kids on your way to work.
Plus, it makes your car sound louder if you go run straight pipe.
Apparently, from the NPR thing, I heard...
Ooh, NPR. NPR, you say?
In London and Dubai. No. Mumbai or Dubai?
Dubai in India?
The Indian place, yeah. Over... What was the number they gave out? It was about around 4 million people died because of the how bad the area is. And if not, they all born with like fucking deformities. And I was like, oh, this is a thing. It's like London, fucking, it's bad. Unless you had like the wind because they had the tall buildings and shit. Air toxicity is for reals, people.
Yeah.
But, isn't it like that in California?
Yeah, they but I mean they're newer cars, so they do have the catalytic converters. Yeah. I mean,
unless they want to make it loud.
But
even at that, California is real strict on their.
Oh, now, right?
Well, it's just that they have so many fucking people there with so many cars that like, and then they have factories like in the outskirts of or in the lower South California. So
how bad China is.
It's bad too.
China's known as one of the fucking bad ones. You go, it's China, Dubai.
In Dubai, don't they just like fucking burn trash? Like they burn like everything.
They kind of do.
And like in India, like that's a thing. Like they like that's the way like funerals are. They like burn their family. You know what I mean? So like, I don't understand why they just fucking they're just like lighting everything on fire. Who gives a fuck? And that's why their city's so shit. Their air.
Well, I mean, it's not just that; it's overpopulation.
That is true. Yeah.
Is it in Australia where they made like the prettiest fucking land dump ever? Where they recycle?
No, it was Singapore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they literally have islands made out of recycled trash. Like they burn it and use that to make a land.
They plant green, so I'm guessing whenever they burn, it filters out through the green stuff. And I don't know, they look pretty. I was like, damn, I would go visit that landfill.
Interesting.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
I was on.
I know in Sweden they have some fucking like they've solved a lot of their trash problems there too. So
I just can't wait for like Futurama where we make trash world.
The fucking.
You ship it out in the rock.
I forgot that there was an actual. Was it New Zealand, where they actually made like 2 miles worth of like the highways made out of trash, recycled plastic, and it doesn't break, it doesn't weather because of the sun and shit, and it's just like a smooth fucking ride.
Fair enough.
Apparently, and I was like, oh,
that's a great way to start Spooktober by talking about
talking about fucking trash,
scary trash.
Well, there's that, and then there's the place in there's an actual semi like a kind of like a what's the name of that fucking movie game? It's a video game. Silent Hill.
Yes.
Is that the one that was just like the fucking town is like empty and run by that little girl? Okay. I saw it today on Facebook. There is a small town that got evacuated over there up in like Connecticut. That's still on fire since 1904.
Dang.
Like
how do they have things to burn at that point?
Coal mine. It's an underground thing. So what happened was apparently they were trying to light some garbage, and they did it too close to the coal mine. At the inside of the coal mine caught on fire, and since it's charcoal, it burns slower, and it doesn't,
slower, fucking cleaner.
Propane is alive.
Barbecue.
Fight me, hey, kill.
Yeah,
but no.
People are just like, they have like extended poles with like meat hanging over the city, like cooking shit.
Yeah, it's been burning for over 50 years.
Damn.
And you see it like it because of the heat, it's cracked the fucking floor up, and There's a bunch of carbon monoxide and forget the other gas that it produces when you burn coal. But it's all in the air. Mm. So you go in there, you have a good chance of dying.
Nice.
Yeah. Like there was only like 10 residents back in 2010 that still lived in the area.
Why?
They're like, fuck you, I want to live here.
Isn't there a place like that in Japan where you walk in, you die, but there's radioactive puppies?
No, it's Chernobyl.
Is it?
Yeah, Chernobyl. I mean, I don't even remember when they said it'd be clear for fucking humans to enter with the radiation that's gone. But yeah, there they have like new forms of fucking like animals that are they're just all fucked up. There's like 2-headed like puppies.
Like they're mutating?
Yeah, they're mutating.
All I just saw was like there's puppies, like a whole bunch of dogs. Mm-hmm. And they look regular, but people want to go pet them, but they don't.
Oh, there is that too, but there's also fucking things that are mutated in there.
Oh shit!
And you can't stop it. Like it's just like you can't go in there
but
to
if
stop
the
it at all.
radiation is so bad for people, how do these animals live then?
That I mean, I'm assuming that it's just like an evolutionary thing. They kind of just like ones that do survive are weak. They maybe breed, and then there's like a stronger breed that can take that radiation.
The video I saw, people like flying in drones and shit. It's a lot of fucking animals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the vegetation's still there, and they kind of migrate.
But how do plants live in the fucking radiation shit too?
That I wouldn't know.
I guess right.
No.
Something about that place ain't right.
Mm-hmm. My guess
that's where we start getting superpowers.
The Devil's Green Island.
The thing is,
crypto's hiding in there somewhere.
Plants are known for taking the bad stuff, filtering it, and growing off of that.
Fuck you. They're just fucking spreading out.
They're kind of it's like, I guess they're like weeds and shit that's growing over there. That's the greenery you see. And they're just on the surface, while the radiation's like deep down in there. And they suck in the radiation, so they're not good plants. That you're not supposed to be on them. But the animals, they're kind of I guess getting pushed over there because of overpopulation. That they just try and find somewhere that's not inhabited, and they're just like, well, fuck it, I might be dying, but I don't gotta deal with fucking people.
That's another question. What the fuck are these dogs eating? Stay alive.
Animals.
Each other.
Yeah.
Carnivores?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all carnivores.
Yeah,
cannibals.
Dogs are carnivores.
So they just wait for a dog to die, be like, hey, dinner's done?
Yeah.
Yeah, that or other animals.
They're like, hey, meat's back on the menu, boys.
Because I know people were like, should we go kill them? Like, snipe them out and shit like that. I was like, they're puppies.
A fucking bullet goes in there and fucking ignites all the radiation.
And I think we talked about it before, but Chernobyl still has the elephant foot there.
Hmm?
Right, we talked about it before?
Yeah, we talked about it before.
So it's still there.
I don't know. But do you know that San Antonio is one of the most haunted places in Texas?
I think they say that about everything, so I never believe it.
I mean,
like,
it really depends, though. But we do have a lot of urban legends in San Antonio alone.
Yeah.
And then you have, the haunted animal, and then you have the water ducks? Yeah. Aqueducts. Then you have the hotels.
Midget Mansion, which I guess you can't call it Midget Mansion no more. It's Little People Mansion. Which sounds less fucking scary. You're like, oh, little people?
Little people? Oh, that's cool. Midget Mansion. Oh, God.
Oh, it's got 2 M's in it.
I don't know. Would you want to go investigate one of these places, Roman?
I mean, I don't...
Or would you just rather go to Six Flags for their Spooktober month?
Hey, they'll give you $1,000 if you stay in the coffin for 30 hours.
Oh, is that real?
Apparently, so. Yeah.
If you stay in the coffin for 30 hours?
Yeah.
They give you restroom breaks, so it's like maybe stay 10 hours, get out.
How frequent are you going to the restroom? Because if you're going frequently, you're going to need a coffin eventually because you got problems.
No, I think they give you restroom breaks.
Yeah, they do give you restroom breaks.
Yeah, you're in there still, but
Then what's the point?
The thing is,
I'm pretty sure they scare you. A lot of people are claustrophobic.
True.
When faced with that, I think it's a different story when faced with that.
I think it's more the coffin than the claustrophobia. People are just afraid of coffins.
No,
not really. They look comfy as fuck.
I mean, I think just being like completely enclosed and it's dark.
It's
so
a sensory thing.
Yeah, it's a sensory thing. Like the thing with sensory deprivation chambers.
The tanks.
Yeah, those tanks is that a lot of people like end up just like freaking out, and they end up just like I don't think I can do that just because it's a totally different experience. A lot of people honestly just don't like being with themselves and alone with their thoughts.
They're disgusted by each other.
Yeah, like if I did, I'd just be like, I might as well just kill myself. I'm in this coffin already.
But
like,
to be fair, also you're close. If they close the coffin, you also more than likely hearing the stuff that's going around there. So it's not just like idle talk. It's probably like people trying to scare you in there, like scraping on the box and people screaming and shit like that.
See, but you're in this contest. That means nothing.
Yeah, just put
you can say whatever you want, but
just put earplugs, fall asleep.
Ain't nothing scarier than being alone by yourself.
Oh yeah, for
with
sure.
Your thoughts.
I like to be by myself though. I don't think
because you're sad.
I don't think
it's like Adventure Times with fucking Pops.
Yeah, let's go do something scary. Oh, I know. Let's sit alone in the dark with our thoughts.
Too scary.
Do you be able to do it? 30 hours?
No, I don't think so.
What about you?
Are we standing or laying down?
Laying down.
Good question.
I think you're laying down. I think they just
Probably
fucking.
Because from when I say it, they have the coffins like curved up, kind of like I think they might have the coffin there, kind of like the way they had Morgan Freeman in that
Unforgiven?
movie Unforgiven.
People probably don't even know what you're talking about, but they standing display. They
Oh, it's
so they have it kind of leaned back, so they can display it, but you're closed.
See, that makes a whole difference though. If you're standing, that can get through 30 hours.
You gotta be David Blaine to be able to stand that long.
Either that or just fucking like.
Not really, because your weight's on your legs. You're leaning back on something.
But you can't turn.
You can't turn though.
Yeah, that's true.
You get real uncomfortable.
Yeah, sitting on your laying down on your back, like just completely laying down on your back. I can't take it for more than like fucking 30 minutes before my back.
See, on your back, my back would hurt, but like I'll tap out.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm afraid. It's not that it's claustrophobia or the coffin. Is that I'm fat. My back can't take that without shifting.
Yeah.
I'll be like, nope. My back's not worth $1,000.
Mine is fuck my back.
My back's fucked anyway. Who cares?
So
I'll be farting in there. I'll be like, guys, want to see something real scary? Oh, that stank.
What do you mean, what's my fear box?
Like, the coffin and this stuff is people's fear box. They won't do it even for the money.
I don't know. They got a fear box.
What's your fear box? What won't you like stick yourself in for money? Like me, you put up like a box and you say there's spiders in there. I ain't going in there. Not putting a hand, not putting a face, not putting a body in there. I don't give a fuck if they say, hey man, they're friendly spiders or non-venomous spiders. Nah, fuck that. Anything that has 8 legs and looks like a spider, I ain't fucking with. I don't care how much money you give me. Yeah, no, I don't care how much money you give me. It depends on this shit. I have money, but
this is your old classic fear factor.
Well, I mean, isn't that Halloween though? Facing your fears or putting your fears out there and shit like that.
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, for me, it's not spiders. It's not.
Well, of course not.
It's not snakes. It's not anything like that.
It's his doubts.
It's myself. Like if you
a mirror.
Yeah, if it's a lit up box with a mirror in it, I'm like, oh god, why?
You gotta stare at yourself.
One of those Hollywood vanities.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta stare at yourself for a whole 24 hours. Fuck. Don't look away.
And he's like, damn, this is really good lighting. He starts seeing like the bags under his eyes.
Oh, dude, fucking.
Fuck.
No, but like not even that.
It's just constant sorrow.
Not even that, because like sometimes like I'll be in the restroom and like there's a mirror there and you're just like washing, and I'll just look at myself and then I'll like make a face or like do something to like distort my face completely. And then I just laugh, and it doesn't matter. Like, I'll just keep looking at the fucking mirror, or sometimes I see if I can make myself cry by looking at myself. So it's not mirrors. Like, I don't know what I'm, like, honestly, I don't know what I'm afraid of.
Roman will give you $5 million to go in this box with just mirror and lights, and that's it. Nope, we'll do it.
No.
Like I honestly don't know. I don't know if I know I'm scared of things, but like nothing like that.
Let's play a good old life or death one. You gotta put your hand inside a box full of crustaceans.
Oh, that's nothing. I don't get hives. It's if I ingest it. So
and then you gotta lick your hand.
Well, then no.
Come on, man, you get the money.
I think that's his biggest fear is like being poor.
I mean, I'm already poor.
It doesn't matter. I do anything for money. Just not being poor no more.
Honestly, I don't know like what that fear is. Like I have a fear of heights.
I guess water. No, that's your thing. No, there we go. We figured it out already.
Water. There you go.
Yeah, it's being under on a depth of water.
Yeah, but like.
But if we put him on a raft in the middle of the ocean, would you be afraid?
I mean, I just be like, well, no, okay.
No, it's that his body, not a raft. Like maybe a tube.
See, that just killing him. Like put him in the pool, like a big
yeah,
pool.
but I can't swim.
Yeah,
so
that's
but like the thing is like if I had like
if he dies, he dies.
But that's not the thing. That's not the fucking coffin.
Well, then you face your fucking fear and start swimming.
But I don't know how to swim.
You kick your legs and you breathe deep.
See, with spiders,
but I've tried that. You were there when I tried that. I was fucking almost dying.
That's a difference though. Like I go in the fucking box, face my fears of spiders, start either killing them or not move, and they won't probably bite me.
What about a glass box in the high place?
That is different. Like the virtual reality.
That would be like, but like, am I just like fucking like they put me in their face down, so I'm just like, oh god.
Yep, you get the sweaty hands and everything.
That's the thing. You do, like the VR.
I
VR
think
when you use like high places.
Yeah, but just knowing that
fucking VR. God damn it.
But knowing that it's a contest, like I know that they won't just let me die. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Like with a contest, like if it's a contest, if it's like just somebody like being like, "Hey, we're gonna put you in a fucking death trap," you fucking, I'll be like, "Oh, great."
Can I just suck some dicks to get out of it? They're
yeah,
like,
man.
Fuck.
How many?
Think about that.
How many dicks do I gotta suck to get out of here alive? Times that by 2, and that's what I'll do.
Until I do carry on.
One's for y'all, the other one's for me.
That's right. I need a little action myself.
Dude, I can fucking imagine that shit. They're fucking carrying them. It's like, guys, how many dicks I gotta suck? Double that. He tells a friend, "Hey man, you want to get your dick sucked twice and just let him go?" It's like, it's been a while, man.
It's been a while.
He's seeing that as you start fucking.
He's like,
I don't even wait for their answer. I just dive in their cock.
So we making this deal or not?
They're singing. It's been a while. You're like, all I want for Christmas is a cock or two.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
What about you, Eric?
Huh?
Anything that you want to do for money?
I'll do anything for money.
You're a whore.
I think Eric, you have to get Eric by surprise, though. Dark room with some scary clowns.
I don't know. I'm not too scared of clowns anymore.
I think he is.
They were just like, hey, what if there's this fucking serum that we're just going to inject you with, and at a certain point you're going to have a heart attack.
Alright, cool.
And a stroke.
So you call that bacon grease?
So you mean to tell me I'll be rich and someone's going to wipe my ass?
Possibly.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's if you don't die. Fuck it, bro. I'm stubborn.
I'm a stubborn Mexican. I come from party stock.
I'll die when I hit my own high point, nigga. Tell me, fuck you, kill myself.
It's just a step to greatness, bitch.
You already got me fucked up. You mean to tell me I don't have to fucking work? I got money. I don't have to use my hands. I don't have to use my legs. I got a fucking sad face all the time. And people pity me enough to give me some more money? Ooh, child.
And then I had someone that you had to clean me up.
Ooh, you know how tired I am of cleaning my balls? You do it. They're like, Jesus Christ. Slowly. They're like, you know what, dude? We don't want to fucking fuck with you anymore. Come on, baby, give me the serum. You already got me excited.
That's Eric's fucking fear.
Come on. Don't make me inject fucking air into my fucking veins.
Dude, that's Eric's fear of just fucking being by himself. That's it. He has to cook, clean himself.
I gotta be self-reliant.
Oh, God, why? I gotta be a cat now.
I'm more of a dog.
Great way to start Spooktober. No wonder people don't listen to our podcast. We're supposed to bring like a fucking urban legend story.
Oh, I have one ready for you.
You know what the urban legend is? Being disabled and not getting fucking Medicare.
But yeah, I found an article on this because Eric had told me, he wanted this story, and it took me a little bit, so I found this whole article. There's 2 versions of it, and they're slightly different, slightly similar, whatever.
Ooh, what's the monster in question?
Well, I'll get to that because can't do it without doing this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but this is from thoughtsco.com. And this is, I'm not going to tell you the headline, but this is kind of like the bio, like the secondary line. An ancient tale derived from the Bible is the basis for an urban legend. And this is from last year, September 4th of last year, by David Emery. It says, there's an urban legend that goes something like this. Once there was a nice old lady who had a lovely little dog. One day, the old lady heard on the radio that a crazy murderer had escaped from jail and that she should lock all her doors and windows. So she locked every door and window in the house except one tiny one to let some air in. She thought that a murderer would never be able to get in through that one small window. The plot thickens.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that night she went to bed as usual. She knew everything was okay because she put down her hand. The dog licked it, but later in the night, she heard a drip, drip, drip. She put her hands down, and the dog licked it. Figuring everything was okay, she went downstairs to check out the tap, and the tap wasn't dripping. She went back to bed again, and everything was okay. She woke up later again in the night, so she thought the dripping sound might be coming from the shower. She went to the bathroom, and there was her dog. Dead, hanging in the shower, dripping with blood, all of its intestines hanging out. Written on the mirror were the words, "Humans lick too." And behind her in the mirror, she saw the murderer.
Oh. Ooh, I got chills.
Yep.
Damn.
Are they multiplying?
And I'm losing control
of my bowels. Example number 2. So, years ago, versions of the following internet chain letter began circulating. Once there was a beautiful young girl who lived near a small town called Farmersburg. Fucking fake. Her parents had to go to town for a while, so they left their daughter home alone. But she was protected by her dog, a very large collie. The girl's parents told her to lock all the windows and doors after they had left, and at about 8 p.m. her parents went to town. So they left pretty late. Doing what she was told, the girl shut and locked every door and every window and every door. But there was one window in the basement that would not close completely. Trying her best, the girl finally got the window shut, but it would not lock. So she left the window shut, but unlocked, and headed back upstairs. Just to make sure that no one could get in, she put the deadbolt lock on the basement door. Then she sat down, had some dinner, and decided to go to sleep for the night. Settling down to sleep at about midnight, the girl snuggled up to the dog and fell asleep. Okay, awoken by the dripping sound. But at one point in the night, she suddenly woke up. She turned and looked at the clock. It was 2:30 a.m. She snuggled down again, wondering what had woken her when she heard a noise. It was a dripping sound. She thought that she had left the water running, and now it was dripping into the drain of her sink. Thinking it was no big deal, she decided to go back to sleep. But she felt nervous. So she reached her hand over the edge of her bed and let the dog lick her hand for reassurance that he would provide her. Again, at about 3:45, she woke up hearing a dripping sound. She was slightly angry now, but went back to sleep anyway. Again, she reached down and let the dog lick her hand. Then she fell back to sleep. Morning arrives. At 6:52 a.m., the girl decided that she had had enough. She got up, just in time to see her parents were pulling up to the house. Good, she thought. Now somebody can fix the sink because I know I didn't leave it running. She walked into the bathroom and there was the collie dog, skinned and hung up on the curtain rod. Oh, it's fucked up. The noise she had heard was its blood dripping into a puddle on the floor. The girl screamed and ran to her bedroom to get a weapon in case someone was still in the house. And there on the floor, next to her bed, she saw a small note written in blood saying, "Humans can lick too, my beautiful." So, the first one was a little more.
The first one was more impactful.
Yeah.
But I think I seen that in cartoons, like Courage, the calorie dog. Isn't it the same like Tom and Jerry, or where they're like, there's a lion on the loose, make sure lock all doors and everything.
Yeah, they did have one like that.
And then they come in and then it turns out
it's a kangaroo, I think.
There's a kangaroo. There's a lion. I think Looney Tunes was a lion.
Yeah. Or possibly Taz.
And there's a lion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh shit, the lion's inside the house.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Oh, okay. I mean, I know it's an old legend.
Apparently, because it continues analysis.
It was announced on the radio. They don't announce shit in the radio no more.
Yeah, but it says analysis: a hoax with biblical origins. The tale is a version of the handwriting on the wall urban legends such as "Welcome to the World of AIDS."
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. And Aren't You Glad You Didn't Turn on the Lights? The trope derives from a Bible story in the book of Daniel, in which a feast thrown for the pagan Babylonian king Belshazzar is interrupted by the specter of a disembodied hand scrawling a cryptic message on the wall. As ultimately interpreted by the prophet Daniel, the message conveys God's judgment, predicting the downfall of Belshazzar. Damn it. Keep fucking that up. And his entire kingdom. To, quote, read the handwriting on the wall, end quote, is to foresee one's own impending doom and apt to chilling metaphor.
Is that where it's from?
Mm-hmm. And it says variants of the humans can lick too were being collected by folklorists as long ago as the late 1960s. Indeed, the chain letter version appeared to have been cribbed from the 1967 oral transcription published in Ronald L. Baker's Hoosier folk legends. Hosiers, you're probably right on that. As in the later variant, the events were said to have taken place near a small town called Farmersburg, though there were two female protagonists instead of one. The note left by the murdering madman read, "I'm coming to see you. I had my chance once before, but I didn't take it. Not only dogs can lick." So
that sounds like a mystery book than a scary story, but yeah, I guess.
So yeah, apparently... those things are derived from kind of Bible stories. But yeah, the first time I read it, I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of creepy. I like that.
Yeah.
So, but apparently that site does have a few more...
Urban legends?
Urban legends. They have like a top 20 or like 20 scariest.
And we're going to hit them all.
I don't know if we're going to hit them all, but we're going to hit
a couple. Spooktober.
Yeah, Spooktober.
Plus we learned something.
Exactly.
I know the writing on the wall was from the Bible.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I liked this. Instead of just reading you like the little short story where it would get into the whole thing, I liked that it was an article kind of giving you some more information on that.
There's a song that I like that had something about writing on the wall, didn't it? Isn't there?
Writing on the wall for Under Oath?
Probably.
Yeah, but I think there's one where the chorus I see the writing on the wall or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly popular phrase.
Probably.
So. Isn't Under Oath a Christian band?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes and no. I don't know.
I mean, I know that the singer at one time was Christian, and so he like wrote, I guess songs about that. But then they came back, and I don't know what he's writing about. He's
like, I lost my faith.
Probably. Apparently, he was like living in a car and shit. Like he just went down on his luck, and I don't know if that helped his faith or deterred his faith. I have no idea.
Yes.
But yeah. You can expect more stories on Spooktober. Maybe I can squeeze a whole bunch of them in on one episode.
I know. We talked about working on a story.
Yes.
Great. We're gonna bring you voices and.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna be the sound effect dude on his phone. And go, ooh.
Yeah, Eric's gonna be our fucking
DJ.
He's gonna be the dude from Police Academy, whatever the fuck.
Michael Winslow.
Yeah, Michael Winslow. There you go. He's gonna be doing all the fucking.
I have been seeing a whole bunch of beatbox things. So I was like, oh, you could do that noise.
All I need is a fucking distortion pedal.
Wah pedal.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a loop fucking machine and start beatboxing and making my own fucking songs. Like, yeah.
No one's saying you can't.
I'm saying I can't because I don't have time.
I think it's gonna just be us three, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Mark said that he messaged us during the episode. He was just saying that he just woke up. I guess he got back from Austin. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking drive.
He's living his life.
Exactly. So he'll come in when he comes in. Not really worried about it.
Maybe he'll join us for one of the Spooktober.
Exactly.
Or maybe he'll drop a comment. Maybe an email.
Maybe. Just like these fucking fine gentlemen.
Yeah, I know we've been complaining about the last two shows that no one loves us and there's no comments.
We were crying about no comments.
But now they're back. They're back with a vengeance.
Now we have some comments. Do you want to go over comments? But we also have an email. What do you want to do first?
We'll let Eric choose. Comments or email first, Eric?
How do we get to the emails? Emails.
Okay, and remember that you can always send us an email as well by sending an email to citypod88@gmail.com. Eric.
Citypod88@gmail.com.
You can always drop a comment off too on youtube.com/Greenworks.
That's right.
Or join our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search out Greenworks. Mm-hmm. You could be like, these fabulous people. That's right, they're fabulous now.
Think of a scary... adjective or something. So I'll give you time to think on it while I read this. So this is from 10 Meal Deal.
Oh shit!
Hey,
it's been a while.
Sammy boy.
Yeah, his subject line is yo, and he says from number 107. Tony talking about the Bible. They say history is written by the victor. The Bible is a translation of a translation. So that being said, why is the devil the bad guy? The entire Bible makes him out to be this bad guy, but he did really do.
But did he really?
No.
Oh.
But he. This is what he says. But he did really do anything wrong. So he didn't.
Oh, okay.
Do anything bad.
I mean, we're not correcting you. You can text any way we want. We just interpret it.
But did he really do anything wrong?
Yeah, exactly. He says all he did. He was tired of the way things are going. Like most people, just a discussion topic. So yeah, I mean, you could say that it's just what kind of line you fall on.
The thing is, it's like, well, it's gonna be stupid because
it's interesting.
But reading books, like the comics, we read Judas. That gave me a different note on, Lucifer and the devil and shit like that.
Yep.
And then we watched actually Lucifer the show, and I know it's a fucking TV show and shit, but there's some truth to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can say truth to it, but
like morality kind of things. Yeah.
That maybe think of Lucifer as an activist. He wasn't liking how God was doing the shit, so he went against him. Mm-hmm. He just had a following of bad people. Mm-hmm. I mean, backing the people be like, "Yo, all right, I see you, Lucifer. I see that you don't like the way things are going. Let's change it." Mm-hmm. And then this guy's like, "I don't like change. Go away now." And they mark them as bad people.
Yeah.
And I think the funniest thing is that you can compare that to what Tony told me, like, I think yesterday. We were eating dinner and he's like, so I've been watching a bunch of like Mojo things, and he's like, turns out the bad guys in Disney aren't really the bad guys.
Oh yeah, Captain Hook. Like Captain Hook. There's outward stories that Peter Pan is kidnapping kids, taking them away,
taking them to Neverland.
And Captain Hook is trying to bring them back. Mm-hmm. He's trying to make them grow and bring them back. And Captain Hook was actually fighting versus the specter that is Peter Pan. Because in original stories, all Disney stories come from folklore, and usually they're meant for kids warning stories. They don't stay out late or don't go out or stuff like that.
Respect your parents.
Right? So they made these stories, these fictional stories that you're supposed to scare kids. So all the heroes and stuff that Disney kind of brought over to be good guys, they're not really good people. Okay. And the villains are not really villains. Like I said, it's a rabbit hole we went. Okay. But
it's pretty much
things like Captain Hook, Jafar, who was another one? Maleficent.
Okay. The fucking fat bitch from Mermaid.
Oh yeah, Ursula. They all have their stories of how they eventually turned to the bad guy that Disney thing made them. But they're not really bad people. They're just the way life kind of threw them, and then they were made out to be as bad people.
It's all politics, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is like
it's how you spin stuff.
Gaston was just a macho dude that wanted Belle. He's like, won't you accept me? But she fell in love with the Beast, which they thought that she had Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. So Gaston was like, I'm gonna go kill the Beast because he's holding the girl I love. Hostage. Yeah. So he was trying to, do right. But of course, it's a guy trying to hunt down a beast that he's just the beast trying to live in his life. So Gaston was made out to be the bad guy. Just like Captain Hook. Captain Hook's trying to battle Peter Pan that's supposed to have these kids that never grew up and shit. But Peter Pan's actually an asshole. Yeah. And the stories is like a real creepy stories where he's a bad person. Some call him the Death. Shadow Thief. Oh, it's a whole bunch of shit. It's a rabbit hole. But the devil's like that. The devil was, for generations plus generations, it was a way to scare us. I mean, especially in my household. Yeah. Hey, don't go outside porque te lleva el diablo or shit like that. It's more of a fear factor. But if you remember, fucking Lucifer wasn't this red pitchfork horn thing. He was an angel. Yeah. I think the most they described him was his wings turn black. And it's one of the religious things. Yeah. His wings turn black and shit like that. But he was a fucking angel. He just went against God's word and God's decision. And he was choosing other angels instead of, us and him and shit. Yeah. So they made him like, okay, we're going to give him a bad guy and they're going to try to corrupt him and hell and all this shit. But religion is one of those things that there is no right or wrong answers.
But can I play devil's advocate?
Do.
And say that even if his intentions were not necessarily bad, he still did cause a war.
It's like
between God and Lucifer's followers. So like these fallen and then these things. So I mean he. Maybe unintentionally, maybe even started a war in heaven. So he's then even spread that across. If you believe it, he's spread it across the human souls and everything. There's a push and pull there. So.
But isn't that all activists though that want change? Say someone that fuck.
They say that whole
Hitler.
They say the whole thing where
Hitler was a true bad guy, right?
Yeah.
But he had that power that
was he though? Did he really tell the people to burn those Jews, or was it the other Hitler guy?
It doesn't matter.
Hitler could have been the bad guy.
That's the thing though.
It doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter if you pull the trigger or if you tell somebody to pull the trigger.
Fair enough.
True, but he had that power of like we want change, and people rally about that. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of see what he's talking about. Let's follow him, and suddenly fucking World War II happened. Yeah. Thinking like that, Lucifer like that. He wanted change, and some people be like, "Oh man, I see what he's trying to say," and it's like maybe God ain't right. And then
that's why people say fight for what you believe in.
Yeah, but but that's the thing is like, oh, like God isn't right. It doesn't make the devil right either. Like no side is necessarily right. By taking that stance, so it's.
But it's us as people that made the devil extra bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's misunderstood. Maybe he is truly evil, right? Because he hated humans and shit like that. But it was us. It's us as generations plus generations plus generation, and a word saying, "Oh man, he is bad," and there's no way to prove it no more. There's no way to prove, that devil's bad or Lucifer's bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no way to tell that they're real.
Right?
If that something like that is even happening. But yeah,
but for the longest time, it was used as scare tactics.
And again, and like fear. Sam said, the victor gets to write the story.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also like the old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of like what, I guess, line you fall on, and if you just see these stories as just stories, or if they're, the morality tales or what have you.
Of your way of life.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's fine to think about that. I don't really honestly think about that.
Dude, I always wanted to go ask a priest and stuff, but I think they would get mad.
Yeah, not really.
I think they'd
be at least frowned upon.
I think they'd be like,
I think you lose the conversation against the priest. They got that shit backed up. They're like,
they are theologists, so like this is what they've studied. They know their faith, and they can.
You're gonna bring out weak shit, and they're like, "Get out of my house."
Exactly. Then again, that's not a priest, or shouldn't be a priest stance. Like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. It's more like, let me tell you like what you may have gotten wrong.
I'm not saying that's how they're saying it. I'm just saying
he's not like he dunks a fucking
like I'm trying to make I'm just trying to make this relatable. He's like he's just there, just in the basketball court, just shooting this shit, and then you come in big shit like, yo, dog, I'm gonna take your I'm gonna take your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And then he's just like, all right, bring it on, dog. And then he
breaking ankles.
And then he Uncle Drews you, and you're like, fuck. You're like, well, I read this thing that fucking, and it's all about how you feel. And he's like, yeah, it's all about how you feel, but are you sure you're getting the right information? And you're just like.
Then you have your fight religious religion against people that believe evolution.
Yeah.
Is it one?
Yeah.
Like. In the Bible, there is no dinosaurs. How do you explain dinosaurs?
Oh, there's even like a sect of people that are saying like, oh, because dinosaurs are real, that proves that God is real. And you're like,
but
what?
In the Bible, there is no dinosaurs.
Yeah, but there's like a certain sect of people that have just like, fuck that, and they've made their own thing.
But if dinosaurs and caveman are real, we can prove them, Mm-hmm. Isn't that a sign of evolution instead of religion?
I mean, that's the way most people see it.
You know what the funny thing is?
There's some people that see it the reverse way.
I've heard someone say that, and they're like, well, who do you think put them there? God.
Exactly.
Then you go back to the conversation.
Exactly.
No, it was evolution that came from the water and the atmosphere and life.
You mean to tell me someone lit a candle and then fucking burnt a bunch of stuff?
I can ask.
Who did that? That was God. Who lit the candle? That was him.
I could ask my mom. She does have a theology background.
That
she studied it.
She has an even better background. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that butt.
This is something I heard on TV today. Christmas is a religious holiday.
Yeah.
Started as a religion.
Started, yeah.
Right?
Not anymore.
Someone goes there, why the Flintstones are they celebrating Christmas?
It's true.
Huh. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, man, it's a fucking cartoon. Who cares? But yes, an interesting discussion. Thanks, Sam. But he also continues.
Oh shit, there's more.
Yeah, there is. Lottery, yes, plenty. Spend the money. So when we were talking about the lottery, what would you do? He'd just be like, "Fuck it, spend the money." He's on Eric's side. He goes, "If you need a topic, think of a question and go out there to the mall or somewhere in public and ask the question."
I know you wanted to do that.
Yeah,
I know you've been wanting to go into the public and ask people's opinions or questions.
Yeah,
I get feedback for it.
I specifically want to do that for Christmas, so that might be something like a game that I've been thinking about playing.
We could give out stickers or no presents.
Exactly. So.
They'd be like,
follow us, please, even though we're very blasphemous, hateful, and we probably don't agree with your lifestyle sometimes.
But at least one of them loves Christmas.
And there's one of them that hates Christmas, so it's invited conversation.
We accept you, but we just gonna roast you.
Yeah, exactly. And to finish it off, he says, yes, I put ketchup on the tamales. Sometimes. I think you're fucking garbage now. It tastes good with the masa, but not a lot. Usually prefer salsa as well. All right, you're back in my good graces.
Tamales, I can't do ketchup. My knees do. I can't understand
what's salsa if not a blander version of a spicier version of fucking ketchup? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but ketchup's just like sweet and thick and.
Barbacoa, that's where you put ketchup at, man.
He says, but I've never heard of barbacoa with ketchup. That shit's gross. Because I've asked multiple people now, and they all say that's fucking gross.
Really?
Yes, they're all saying
a lot
like
of people do it. Well, it's a family thing. Like my cousins do it.
Yeah. Family's gross.
We are all obese.
We have to. That's gonna be the first poll question.
Why do you fucking like your barbacoa?
Why do you put ketchup on barbacoa?
I mean, I don't do it anymore. I put sauce. Like today, I ate some barbacoa tacos, and I don't know. I kept on getting like stale chunks in there, and I was just like, ugh. But the tortilla was good, and it was nice and greasy. Mm-hmm. Put some fucking bomb ass green salsa on there, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck. It tasted so good.
Yeah, I mean, I had some barbacoa this morning, and it was good. I put some fucking salsa on that bitch, and it was great.
You know what?
Should have put some ketchup.
Fuck no.
We don't hang out. We never hang out for breakfast.
No.
I mean,
one of these days, we gotta get some barbacoa. You can put a little ketchup on it.
I ain't gonna do shit.
Have you tried it though?
It just doesn't sound appealing.
Just saying, man, you gotta suck a dick to know you don't like sucking dick.
Yeah, but
you gotta
suck a nigga dick or something.
You gotta try ketchup on barbacoa. Just try it.
I guess I'll try it, but there's already like I already have like a perceived notion that this is gonna be gross.
He starts throwing up before he bites it.
I mean, before you put the ketchup, before you eat it, you gotta try it two ways. One's with the ketchup, and then you put the ketchup, and then put a little bit of salt.
I put salt on it.
Yeah,
I
didn't put salt on my tacos.
You know what you're not supposed to put though? Lemon. My brother puts lemon. Lemon and salt.
But he's a grotesque monster.
Anyways. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, he's gross. So
for experiment wise, last week I had bought pizza for my nieces. He put lemon and salt on that just to see if it tastes good. Verdict, it did it. Lemon does not belong on pizza. He's old and bored.
He's fucking gross.
Alright.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. I will try it at least because you know.
Yeah. You gotta try the
you gotta try it.
You too, Sam. If you made it this far along the podcast, you gotta try it. You gotta try a little bit of ketchup on barbacoa.
Was it the dick thing that made you consider you like, oh, you know what?
No,
you gotta suck a dick to death.
It's the fact of Hawaiian pizza. Because even though, like, I hate it, like, I've tried it, I don't like it. I keep trying it to just see, like, have my taste buds change. Like, do I now like it? Has it grown on me? And each time, it's just like, I don't like this. This is gross.
Still don't want to do anything.
Like, I tried ketchup on tamales, not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me, but it's not barbacoa, yeah. So, Sam?
I mean, I guess it matters on what kind of tamale. Like, do you want the homemade one or the ones that fucking you get at, like, the stores that are maybe
that's a different. But like at that point, I'd rather just put salsa on those store bought that just taste like shit anyway.
Yeah, the dry ones.
Exactly. Just they're gonna taste. I know they're gonna taste bad. Like they're not good.
Damn.
But I'll just heat them up, throw some salsa on them, and then fucking that's it. I'll just choke them down.
Hey, it's gonna be good if mom makes some tamales. Not like crazy overboard, but you know, just enough.
Oh man, I told you I love it when your mom makes tamales and when Tony makes the tomatillo. My God, my fucking mouth is blistering. Fucking so much fucking salsa, but I love it. I can't help it.
I gotta wait till Christmas because we're on a Spooktober.
That's right. Hey, you know, pozole tastes good anytime. So I'm just saying.
You know what it is? Pozole it's a Hispanic pumpkin spice.
That's right. Fucking
like with the cold starch.
Just salts it on everything.
That's what I noticed, dude. Like, once it starts getting cold, people start, like, wanting menudo and pozole.
Bro.
It warms the bones.
That's right. Fucking puts a little meat on there and just fucking, mwah.
Was that it for the email?
That was it for the email.
Alright, thanks, Sim.
Thank you, sir.
5 meal deal.
But we also do have some comments on YouTube.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
finally, thank you.
Our first one is from Michael Reyes.
Oh,
so it's a good ghost. Yeah, Spooktober's full of fucking surprises.
Spooktober's full of spooks.
And he says SMH.
What are you shaking your head at?
I have no idea.
Is that everything?
Silly motherfucker.
Be more specific, go.
I guess I have no fucking idea, you motherfucker.
Is that all he did?
Yeah, that's all he said. So there's nothing there. But
I mean, ghosts do have a hard time communicating.
Yeah, it's
sugar money, honey.
Instead of saying boo, he just says SMH.
Oh,
I'm just disappointed.
Maybe he just added the H because he was just like SNM.
You fucking dyslexic bitch. Can't spell.
All right, dude.
So this is we have 2 more comments. They're the start of Clarissa's Clam Jam Power Hour.
What's up, on Cam? And welcome to the jam. Whoop whoop.
Hey, what you gonna do?
That's the thing, bro.
Fuck it. It's been so long. Stuff joined in.
It's been a while.
She says, my dogs are inside dogs. It just depends on how well you have them trained. There is an issue with the hair, but once you have that settled down, then everything's pretty good.
Don't let them lick your hands in the night.
Yo.
Yeah, apparently it's a fucking murderer. So even if you have like a hard to, lock a door or window, just fucking find something to put some flexi on that bitch and just don't let it.
Make sure your dogs are barking. If they're not barking,
yeah. Or just fucking have a shotgun by your bed.
That's true.
You can always do that.
Or don't have a bed that you could crawl under.
Exactly.
They don't make it, say like, does she feel it from underneath the bed, or is it like just on the side of the bed? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was just like,
I'm just saying, like, what fucking person like wakes up and doesn't like open their eyes and like kind of check around? Because every time I wake up, I'm just like.
Or when you get up, he's like, "Where's the dog?"
Exactly. Or just like fucking look around or whatever.
Or why isn't the dog on the bed?
Oh, you said each time when a dog licks me, kind of pet it. Mm-hmm. So why not?
I think you would think you could feel the difference between a dog tongue and a human tongue.
Fucking experiments tomorrow.
I've had that. I've had the dog lick me, and then I've had Tony try and. Never mind.
Anyways,
you know what I don't get though?
Cat tongue.
Like, would you fucking
yes.
Would you kiss a girl that's
oh my god, it's a murderer.
Would you kiss a girl that just got licked and her lips spread, dog?
It's questionable. Very questionable.
I've seen a lot of cosplayers and Instagram hoes. They're all dog bitches. Mm-hmm. They are. I just like they're lonely, so they have pets. And there's this one chick that's really, really pretty, but in her pose, she lets a dog like lick all over her fucking mouth and face. I was like,
yeah, I don't know about the face. Like, yeah, whatever. Cheek is whatever. I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm not gonna kiss the cheek.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like the like a mouth where they're just fucking like licking their mouth. Sometimes they open their mouth and shit. I'm just like, nah.
Or when they kiss,
instead of Frenching the dog.
Yeah, it's like nah.
Although I have seen I've seen something like a movie like that where the dog is like, I'm pretty sure I get
no, you see those Facebook fails when they give their dogs kisses and the fucking dog just slips a tongue out.
Yeah.
Like, oh come on.
Yeah, like I've like kissed my dog like on like the little forehead or like the bridge, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't fucking kiss them on the mouth or like the fucking nothing like that.
Girls do some weird
like
shit.
All they do is like lick their if it's a boy dog, they lick their fucking balls and dick. And if it's a chick, she fucking licks her vag. It doesn't matter.
Hey, vag on the mouth. Yeah.
Dog vag. Get the fuck out of here.
Whatever, dude, it's the same shit.
I don't care. They say the mouth is more cleaner
it's not. They eat shit.
Not.
They eat shit and then they kill feral animals sometimes.
So, it's true. But
that's how that guy lost his fucking face and whatever. There was like that one fucking post I saw that. A guy got licked by a dog, and I guess he had like a bacteria in his thing, and it was like a flesh eating bacteria that fucking he ended up losing his arms and like his nose and shit like that. I was like, ugh.
Even when you get like bit by like a human, it's a big thing because those bites can get infected, those puncture wounds.
How dirty you are.
Yeah, so I mean it just depends. But she has one more comment.
Dun, dun, dun.
I have both tamales and barbacoa. I've had both tamales and barbacoa with ketchup. If I put it on, it's because they're too dry, but only for that reason. But here's the thing: you can just put salsa,
She can't handle it, bro. She don't want the spiciness.
I don't remember if she does. That's the thing. Clarissa, do you like spicy shit or no?
If I remember correctly, that one time we hung out and that...
No, because she loves fucking hot wings.
Yeah, but it's different. No, that one's like savory flavor, and the other one.
But it's still like.
Does she like hot wings or?
I mean, she likes like just the hot, like buffalo wings, I guess.
Yeah, like but that's not really hot. That's tangy.
Yeah, but there's fucking salsas that aren't fucking that spicy either.
No, but I get it. I get it. Ketchup makes it better. It makes it undry.
All it does,
and if you don't like spicy,
it just makes it slick.
Wait, my question is, how do you have dry barbacoa?
You have it.
Isn't that shit supposed to be nice and greasy?
Nah, sometimes like
the all meat stuff. No.
Yeah, if you get like all meat, if you get the yeah, there you go. If you get the lean barbacoa and it's maybe like the top, I know like my family or like tends to drain it. Like,
yeah.
We have like a little strainer and they dump it out there.
No disrespect, your family's fucking weird.
Not really. I mean,
no, there's places that set it under a heat lamp.
Yeah.
The waters.
Yeah.
And they get dried up.
Yeah, I mean there's a number of ways that it can. That
I get it.
Can be
ketchup, that's what it is. Ketchup is an alternative to salsa. Who doesn't like spicy? It just tastes like tomatoes and vinegar, dude.
But like when it comes to my thing is that like salsa tends to be a little more watery, so it tends to like actually whatever you're putting it on, like it absorbs the salsa. You know what I mean?
My booty hole.
Exactly, but ketchup. It doesn't get absorbed by whatever's dry. It just sits there and it just gets slick.
But if you squish it to you squish the taco, it'll come out.
No, it does. But that doesn't do. Again, it just makes it slick. It doesn't absorb.
I think I'm gonna eat barbacoa tacos.
Fucking let's do it.
You know what?
I don't have to go into one.
We're gonna go to fucking
Tacos Martinez.
Barbacoa tacos.
Oh, fuck.
All
right,
fucking real fucking heavy guts.
I don't want that. I don't want any of
that. Hey, dude.
But was that it for?
That was it for the Clarissa Clam Jam Power Hour.
Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna
do? I
know
that Pro-Man left another message. He said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it was "What the fuck" on episode 107.
It just like I guess everybody's just disappointed.
It was the weeb. I think 107 was Weeb Talk, where we were just fucking weebing out with James.
Oh, sweet. I think he was just saying, he's like, well, y'all niggas couldn't call me to fucking come by.
Either way, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Leaving the email.
Yeah, it brings a tear to this fucking old man's eye.
It's validation that someone's actually listening.
Yeah. And when we didn't have those comments, I cried. I cried myself to sleep.
Look at me.
I have nothing, all right? Look at me.
This is all I have.
I think I was going to say something towards that. It's like, oh, people are usually scared of things in the dark. And it's like, you just gotta remember, you're always alone, and that's just sad. So you stop being scared, you start being sad.
Word.
Ain't nothing there, you're just fucking alone. You're like,
Anyways. And then this has been episode 111 of the City Podcast. Ooh. I have been your host, I'm Mike Tony, and I'm here with...
Yeah, boy, Eric.
Hey, that boy.
And...
Roman.
That was like the saddest Roman ever.
Whatever, fucking.
Eric did all these sound pictures there. You're just like, it's Roman.
It was bad, Jack. All right, guys.
I'm gonna fuck my guts tomorrow and eat some barbacoa and get some pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, you don't want that.
Fuck work, bro.
You're gonna fucking shit yourself. All right, well, on that note.
That's the real scary part.
Like we say at the end of every episode. Bye.